welcome to the Christmas edition of Shut Up and Ride. Oh my goodness, the laughing has started already. Ben is jangling some feet on his Christmas knit. I have a Santa on my head, and Simon, oh my God, it is it is Christmas time, but it is important to remind you that we are supported by our wonderful friends at Charles Owen. My goodness, what is that stocking you've just put next to your head, Simon?
It is, yeah.
Do you know what? I was in a really bad mood this morning, and already you two have brightened my day. How are you, boys?
Good,
well, we're
Jenny.
offended, aren't we?
Yes, I forgot. Yes, we're very offended.
After you bullied us publicly.
Right, can I give context?
You are such a meanie.
I hate both of you already.
We know.
Literally, I feel
you made it public.
You made that abundantly clear.
Okay, audience, I've got to give context to these little shitbags.
Whoa, hang on, you started it.
We were just
it's all right.
ignoring your messages and making it so difficult to run a podcast while you were bullying us.
Exactly. We were doing our thing. That's what we do.
Is that whiskey you're drinking, Benjamin?
Well, technically it's bourbon, but yeah.
Anyway, right. I was invited by two friends of mine on their podcast, the Equestrian Mums podcast. Anyone who's pushed out a human and likes horses, that's your podcast. And I was in a bit of a ranty mood, and they were asking me about our podcast. And I was saying how lovely you guys were, but in one of the lines, I said...
That didn't come across.
Ben and Simon do fuck all or something. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I basically slagged you off. And they happened to use that bit as the clip on their social media. And I was like, oh, this is how to be taken slightly out of context, because it made me A, sound like a right miserable cow, and B, makes it sound like I hate the pair of you. So
I mean, you did look quite kind of grumpy in general, though. You had a grumpy face.
I know, I did have a grumpy face on. I've got,
that's just Jenny's face.
I won't explain why, because it'll bring the podcast down. That is my face.
Arresting Jenny face.
Anyone listening to this, I have a Santa on my head. I am embracing the festive fun.
I am cheery.
I am happy. I will embrace Christmas.
Damn it.
Oh, it's like the Grinch on diazepam.
I quite like Christmas. I quite like some diazepam right now. Anyway, so I had to send the boys a message going, oh, by the way, I did say nice things about you as well. They just took me a bit out of context. And you two were like, and then Gregor said, why are you apologising to those boys? A, they're really mean to you. And B, they're your friends. They know that they wouldn't have been serious. I was like, yeah, good
actually,
point.
that's the other side of it, isn't it? I'm glad that we're close enough friends that you could say that about us publicly and know that it would be fine. That's the real takeaway.
Yes. But I feel like we had a bit of a slap in the face from a certain social media website whose name I won't mention because I don't want to give them any more views or hits. But one of the after we talked about influencers, of course, we ended up on this website with people slagging us off. And one of the lines was, I don't like Jenny Rudel normally, but... and that, however much you want to laugh about that website, I honestly take my hat off to influencers who are on it all the time and get slagged all the time. It does knock your confidence a little bit. Like, there's some pretty mean stuff on there about me.
Yeah, but you just got to not look at that website.
You were the one who sent it to me.
Simon, can you? Is that the sound of Jenny filling the hole that she dug in the last podcast?
He's trying really, really hard.
I get so many messages from corgis now as well. Well, not the corgis themselves, but their owners. It's great. But they all find it really funny.
What do you reckon Jenny could do to make it up to us properly?
Just on before I say this, corgi owners all seem to have a very good sense of humour, by the way. I've discovered this about people who own corgis, because they're all finding it very funny. So you need to take a leaf out of corgis' books and find it funny as well and leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, but that's why they own corgis, isn't it? You'd have to have a good sense of humour to put up with one of the little shits.
Exactly.
Ooh.
See?
Ben, you've joined Jenny's side on that one now. You're going to get grief now too.
Yes.
Oh.
Come on, corgi pet people. Hate the Ben now. Don't hate me anymore. How am I going to make it up to you? I am going to tell you that in January on the 23rd 23rd of January, we are recording a pub pod, and we will be releasing about 10 tickets to attend it. We're going to have special guests. I've organised the entire thing, and we will be releasing an exclusive 10 tickets because we have... I'm not going to lie, people who are listening, I'd love to give away 10 tickets for free, but we have to pay to get all the audio equipment and actually cover paying, because we've got a whole place booked, a whole pub booked out that only seats 30 to 40 people. But we've got the whole place, we've got special guests coming, and we will be selling 10 exclusive tickets that I think they're going to include dinner. Are we including dinner in the tickets?
Yes.
Yes.
And we've got some very cool guests.
We've got some very cool guests coming, also giving money to the air ambulance. So I'm going to put it out there. People start dropping into DMs if you think you might be interested in a ticket. But there you go. I'm organising that, boys. It is taking ages. I found a good venue. Can that be my penance?
Absolutely.
Mm.
I think you should.
Oh, thanks, Ben. Simon, now you're being the Grinch.
I'm just not sure. I mean, it's quite...
I went really high pitch there.
Do you think that...
Simon!
Do you think that Jenny should have to do dry January?
Yes. That would be penance.
That would
No.
never
It'd
happen.
be good for you.
No. I've just done dry November. You can poke it. No.
Dry November. Who does
Literally.
that?
Yeah, I didn't drink for all of November. Do you know what? I got really drunk on Halloween and woke up with such bad fear and anxiety that I was like, do you know what? I need a few weeks
we
off.
did the pod, and you were feeling like,
Yeah.
not great.
No. And I had really bad anxiety and I was like, oh, I need a few weeks off.
Do you know what we call that?
Yeah. So.
Hangxiety.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, that is good.
Got the hangxiety. When you wake up the next day and you're like looking through your phone and you're like, oh, who did I call? Why is that picture of me dancing like that?
But the thing is, this shows how old I am, right? So when I was in my 20s, obviously you went through your call history, but there wasn't kind of the picture messaging or stuff that we have now. But you used to just get the receipts out of your pocket and go, oh my God, why did I spend 50 quid in the Fez Club at 2:00 this morning? I don't even remember being in the Fez Club. That's how old I am. You used to go back through receipts, not call history.
Oh.
How have we got onto this?
What's been the worst night that you've ever had where it's all gone really badly wrong?
Well, there's been too many.
That you can't really remember.
What's the worst one?
Oh.
What's the worst one?
Oh no!
What's the worst one we can share? I got really drunk at a I think it was at a festival, with a girl who I'd never met, and we got on really well, obviously years ago, happily married now. And when I woke up in the morning, honestly, again, don't really remember doing it.
We got on really well.
We'd booked a holiday to Disneyland Paris. Like, booked and paid for, right? I'd paid for it all. So, we then part ways, don't speak or see each other, but both have this date in our diaries, and then both turn up at King's Cross to get on the train to go to France, and then we went and had our holiday in Disneyland Paris, and then we've not spoken since.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's such a cool story.
That was, yeah.
One of my many worst ones. I don't know why I'm telling you this story. So I went to the Surrey Union Hunt Ball. This is a long time ago now. I wasn't part of the Surrey Union Hunt. I've never been part of a hunt. I've gone as a guest a few times. But it was my friends, I'll give them a shout out, Matt Tarrant and Kate Tarrant, who own Littleton Manor. Anyone wants to go cross country schooling, go down there. They're amazing.
Is that a shout out or under the bus?
No, it's not an under the bus. Not an under the bus. Oh my God. So they're Kate's who I bought my beautiful horse. I'm godmother to their child. So Otis, my gorgeous Otis. So anyway, we go to the Surrey Union Hunt Ball. I get absolutely leathered. This was back in the day where I was quite skinny and I was wearing like a black boob tubey type top. Matt is like, Jenny, it's really important. You need to come for a photo. And I'm like, what? Because I was on TV on Sky and all of this. I had to have a photo with the mayor. And I'm not joking. This photo came out in the newspapers a few days later, like the Guildford Herald or something. My eyes are going in different directions in this photo. I don't even remember the photo being taken.
Classy bird. That is good skills. Good skills.
So yes, I have been considerably better behaved at balls since. Also, we booked flights to Vegas and ended up going to run a marathon in Vegas that night as well. What the hell? Nightmare.
What a night.
Anyway, so yes. What a night. It was a good night. So anyway, yes. Oh, God. Yeah. Why am I sharing these things? Why do we do this? We share these stories and then people listen to them. Also, my husband loves this podcast, by the way. He's not even horsey, and he listens to this. And we were watching a show on Shackleton last night. And in the beginning, they come up with like bits of wording and stuff. And they came up with the quote. Because I always think, Gregor doesn't really listen to the podcast. He's just saying he likes it. But the quote from the Man in the Arena from our Becky Moody podcast came up. And it was a quote and it said Theodore Roosevelt. And Gregor went, it's the quote. It's the quote. And I was like, oh my God, you do actually listen to the podcast. So there you go. I have to be nice about him now on here because he actually fucking listens to it.
Big love to Gregor. Love Gregor. He's cool.
Is he? That's because
he's really cool.
Do you know why Simon thinks he's cool? Because the first time Simon met him and came to my house, Simon had a couple of drinks and was wearing his naval hat around the house. Yeah, his sailor's outfit. That's why Simon likes my husband, because he is an ex-naval officer. Right, let's take the conversation in a different direction.
Moving on. So, Ben, what have you been up to, Ben?
We know what he's been up to. We need to put Malik in therapy.
Yeah, well, I was just embracing my masculinity and, just throwing it back to Rihanna on a horse at Showcase, which was pretty amazing. If you've not seen it.
I love that. That was so good. So good.
Yeah, anyone who hasn't seen it, go on to, I think I shared it on ours, Ben's Instagram. But yeah, can you give us a bit of context for the greatest video of all time, please?
Well, actually, there's an even greater version now that's just been put on my Facebook today, which is like the professional close-up HD real version. And basically, it was a performance that...
Oh, I've missed that.
To give some context...
Ben's opening up Facebook instantly.
To give some context, normally when I'm performing outdoors, if it gets too wet and rainy and horrible to do what I do, I have a bit of an act where I ride Malik bareback but in a bridle, and I carry an umbrella, and we do a bit of a fun dressage act to Singing in the Rain. And so loads of people who follow me for ages have obviously seen me do my Singing in the Rain act. So we're at this event called Horsemanship Showcase, which is organised by Horsemanship Hub, and it's like a giant collaboration of all the Liberty trainers in the UK, basically. And we all go there and we educate throughout the day on Saturday and Sunday, but on Saturday night we do a big performance. So one of my acts in that, we started, the dancers are in the arena, I come in with my umbrella, in my long black coat and my trilby, and I do Singing in the Rain, and everyone's really polite and claps nicely because they think we've seen Ben do this 100 times. And then I stood on Malik's back and stripped off my flasher-mac to reveal my little black corset and Diamante fishnet elbow-length gloves, and did an amazing homage to Tom Holland's umbrella on the lip-sync battle. Yeah, it was bloody good fun.
Brilliant.
It's class. It's class. I can't wait to see this official one, because that's really cool.
If I'm a bit obsessed with Strictly Come Dancing, so if I can go a bit Anton Dubek on us here now, not only was it excellent, you threw yourself into it. Literally, there was no holding back. It's like if there was ever a question you were into musical theatre, Ben Atkinson, it was answered right there. It was a fucking 10. It was absolutely, that is one of the things I love about you. You have this side to you where you are not scared to laugh at yourself. But you do it in such a way we're actually not laughing. We're like, oh my God, he's amazing. Like, you are very talented. And it was honestly, do you know how many people sent it to me going, have you seen Ben do this? I was like, of course I have. He WhatsApped to me, stupid o'clock in the morning. I have definitely seen this.
Well, I knew you'd love it. What you'd love even more. So I did it 3 times. I did it twice in rehearsals and once on the night. So I did the first rehearsal, and everyone was shocked and loved it. And then I did the second rehearsal, and when I walked out of the second rehearsal, my girls who like groom for me and look after my horses at shows and stuff, one of them, Crystal, she was like, "I'm very disappointed. You didn't have enough slut drops. There wasn't enough sass." I was like, "Oh." So before I went into the ring on the night, she was like, "Now remember, Ben, I need a slut drop when you're stood on him. I need a slut drop when you take the bridle off. And I need a slut drop when you play with that tail." I was like, "Don't worry, Crystal. I will fill my slut drop quota." So, yeah.
Brilliant. I used to be able to slut drop. Now a little bit of wee comes out.
Now a little bit of weak. So I also
Poor
have what is
Jenny.
my new favourite Carl Hester story of all time.
Okay,
So-
it's better be a nice one, otherwise I have to come and get you because I love that man.
Carl arrives like the avenging angel. He is the hero of the story. So one of the presenters at the show was a lady, and I'm going to butcher her last name. She's called Elise Fromont, I think. She's from France. And she works Liberty, and she's phenomenal. Liberty artist and dressage rider. So she used to compete at Grand Prix, and now she does like performances where she'll ride tackless and ride a Grand Prix test and then dismount and do all the movements with the horse from the floor. And it's like impeccable. And she told us a story. Now, I'm not going to tell you which show it was at, because I don't want the show to feel bad. But she was going on as the entertainment just before the Grand Prix dressage. And she was warming up her horse in the same warm-up area as the Grand Prix dressage riders. And they come up to her and they say, get out of here. You're not allowed in here. Your horse can't be in here with these horses. And so she's trying to negotiate with them, saying, well, I'm in first and I'm doing all the same movements they are. And I've competed with these guys. Like, it's not, do you know what I mean? I know how to be in an arena with these guys. And she said they were being absolutely foul to her. And then this voice from behind was like, well, I don't have an issue with her warming up in the arena with us at all. And she said she turned around and there it was, Carl Hester to the rescue. And she was like,
of course it was.
Best thing.
I love that man.
He's such a lovely man, isn't he?
Because it's Carl, suddenly everybody who was like, no, get out, was like on their knees with their forehead to the floor. Like, we're sorry. And very much they should bloody well be.
Do you know what, as well? He's handsome. Like, he really was at the front of the queue when they handed out good looks. Like, he is a hottie. I think, like, sorry. One day, my mum always said that I always used to say one day I would marry him. It broke my heart to find out that I would not be his type. And Simon would have had more chance. When I was about 14, that was the first time I realised that not all men liked women. It was a sad day
Thanks,
of my
Jenny.
life.
Was that Carl Hester's fault?
Yeah.
Oh no, Carl.
Yeah.
Such a lovely guy, but he's dashed your dreams.
He did. It's all right. I love him.
I'm a bit offended that after my rendition of Umbrella, that I wouldn't be, no. Only Simon's got to look in. I get it. That's fine.
Well, to be fair, the way you are, I just didn't want to break Jay Hallam's heart by insinuating that you and Carl might be a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But,
we don't need Jay Hallam getting after us on this podcast.
But yeah, we had the best time. Had the best time at this event, and then I also got to do some filming with Yessie Drent for the Horse World TV.
Yes, sir. Yessie, but you say yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yessie Drent. He is fabulous.
He was amazing. He's just the nicest person I think I've ever met. Like, so yeah, we filmed loads of how to play with silly ponies for him, and then just this last weekend have been playing with Warwick Schiller and Becky Moody on stage chatting.
You've been swagging it up with the right famous people.
You've had a great time.
Yeah. And Becky even got us all doing Jaeger bombs.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yes, Becky Moody.
Good woman.
She walked onto stage after the first act, at the start of the second act, with a round of Jaeger bombs and just presented them to us all on stage and was like, get it down here.
Girl's a legend. She is going to come on the pub pod if she's not competing in Amsterdam. She has promised. So we're waiting with TBC with her. The feedback from her podcast has been extraordinary. Like, people have loved it, loved her honesty. and loved, like, because I was a bit worried because it's the longest one we've done, but no, people have loved it. They were very invested in her. So even if you are not a dressage fan, I suggest you listen to that podcast because it's just brilliant. She is brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. We love her.
She was very real, wasn't she? And very kind of sensible about everything, and like her opinions. I could really kind of go with her opinion on lots of things.
And
She's
funny.
great. Very funny.
All right, then, Simon, you've got to tell us now because you took up 2 wheels rather than 4 legs, and then a microphone.
I did. So Cycle for Caroline is this thing that I'm sure everyone's probably seen. It was all over social media. We very sadly lost Caroline March earlier this year, and her family, well, her brother Tom, who is married to Piggy March, they decided to do something in her memory, and they decided to cycle from Blair Castle in Scotland to the Borders, and then to Bramham, and then to where else? And then they went to Blenheim, Babington, Burley, everywhere, and then they ended up finishing off doing a run from Windsor Castle to the Savoy Hotel because there was a ball there on that night, and they did that fun, and I did the final leg with them. So I was a proper cheat. I didn't do the whole thing, but I did cycle from Windsor to the Savoy in London. It was absolutely brilliant. Had such a good time.
Can I call you a Glory supporter a little bit?
Totally Glory supporter, yeah. But
you still did it, and it was a bloody long way. It was a long way.
It was, yeah, but it was really fun, and we were really slow. But it was really good fun, and lots of other people did it as well. Like I wasn't the only Glory person. Like Zara Tyndall did it as well. She only did that one, and Will Rowan only did that one. So I didn't feel too bad. But
in your defence, you were invited, and then you were hosting at the Savoy, so it was kind of a reason for you to jump in at the end.
Exactly. Well, I thought so.
Yes.
But yeah, because it was quite funny because Piggy kind of quietly invited me at Hartbury in August. She was like, "Oh, if you fancy doing the cycle," and I was like, and then her PA lady rang me and she was like, "Oh, are you free on these dates?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I could do the final leg." And she's like, "Oh, great." I said, "Oh, Piggy did kind of ask me, but I wasn't really sure whether she actually meant it." She's like, "Yeah, Piggy asked quite a lot of people in that way, so lots of people didn't realise that they were actually properly being asked." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
But what I have to say, not like obviously your last leg was hard, but I don't want to take away and give you glory on over what those guys achieved
so amazingly. Like they cycled through blizzards and snow and
people throwing stuff at them and shouting at them.
Yeah, being abused by people on the road. Like it was, pretty. And then all of them had bad falls as well on the way down. Like Ian Stark completely dislocated his thumb. It was facing completely the wrong way, and he had to yank it back in again. And oh god, like they really they did a really amazing job, and they've raised I think it's 318,000 so far.
Yeah, I donated after. I was always planning to donate, but it's one of those things you'll go, I just need to put my phone down and I'll do it when I see the next story. And then Piggy's, and I was dying to go to bed, but I was looking at a final story and Piggy came on and she did this really emotional post about how
that
it was
after
just
the last
shit.
really, really tough ride, wasn't it?
She was just like, why are we doing this? This is shit. And it was so emotional. And it's not like when you see these people on like Children in Need and Big Red Nose Day, and they're doing these challenges and they have these giant camera crews and support crews and radio stations and everyone getting after them. I mean, this is a much smaller scale, but they raised so much money. But at that point, it wasn't as much as Piggy was hoping, and they'd had people try and run them over. Ian had hurt himself, which really upset Pigs. And she was so emotional on it. She said people are throwing stuff at us. And I was like, well, the fuck is my credit card? Let's donate now. And it, because it is hard, isn't it? Like you think, yes, it's hard work, but everyone's having a jolly time. But Piggy's honesty broke my heart. And I think as well, like, obviously they're very emotional about losing Caroline. And I just felt every single word she was saying.
It's been a real roller coaster, like the whole way through. Before Caroline died, like the accident that happened, and then what happened before she passed away, and all of that has been so hard for all of them. And so this was something that was really worth getting behind, I thought.
I hope it gave them. I think closure is a very American sounding word, isn't it? But I hope it definitely
not closure, but
healed something or gave them time, like, because it must have had a lot of time to think about shit when you're cycling for that long. And obviously they're all doing radio interviews, and so Tom's having to talk about his sister dying the whole time.
Can people still donate?
Yes, they can.
Yes.
If you go for the Cycle for Caroline website, you can donate there, and it goes to spinal research, and it goes to the British Preventing Support Trust. The reason they cycled to the Savoy and it was finished there was because the British Preventing Support Trust ball was on that night, and I presented it. So you're saying you've got lots of time to think about stuff. I was cycling along, and I was running through my speech that evening. I was like, okay, good evening, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to. I was repeating it over and over, and I just carried on cycling along, along the river, and I cycled straight past the Savoy, and I think I probably went about a mile further on before I realised I'd missed my turning. And one of the guys ran me and was like, "Simon, you do realise you've missed the turn?" I was like, "Oh, have I? Oh, shit!" So I had to turn around again, but it's because I was busy going through my speech. So and that's also another reason for being so late.
But just to clarify, you can still donate, Simon, and the charities are the spinal research. So that's just not just equestrian. So that's anyone. That's any kind of spinal injury across the board. And then I'm probably quite ignorant to this, even though I'm a British eventer.
So just going to back to spinal research. Spinal research is like they're amazing because there are so many different things that they affect with their research. It's not just about the spinal injuries; it's all kinds of other things.
Okay.
And it's fascinating stuff, and they are absolutely convinced that they are going to find a cure for paralysis, which I think is incredible. So they deserve the the donations. But the second charity is the British Eventing Support Trust, and the British Eventing Support Trust was set up to basically help event riders. So it's members of British Eventing basically who compete, and if they have an accident or an injury, then it helps them, and financially and with rehabilitation, and also there's actually a helpline now, so they can help with mental health issues as well, and it was amazing evening. So we did this ball, but it was a charity ball, and I presented it, but it was great because I presented we had some amazing guests. Oh, you'd have really liked it, Jenny, because we had Vincent Simone dancing with his dance partner.
I loved it.
You honestly, you would have absolutely loved it. It was brilliant.
I'd have had to bought a paddle and held up a 10.
Yeah,
I bloody love Strictly.
Victoria, she was incredible as well. They were just so good. And then we had Saffron Cresswell came along as well to talk about her rehabilitation, because Saffron was in a life-changing accident at Bramham, and she's in a wheelchair now. She's paralysed from the chest down, I think it is. And she was talking about her rehabilitation and how much it costs to do that rehabilitation, and how much it's helped her. And it was really proper tearjerker, really inspiring stuff. And she is incredible. That girl is unbelievable. So Bramham's in June. She can't walk. She's paralysed, and literally she's just this is my lot, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other. She's so positive about the whole thing. I saw her today actually, because I went to the PMP, which is the performance mentoring program thing that I'm on, and it's basically helping coaches, and she's on that, and she was there in a wheelchair, watching Ros Cantor doing her thing, and just so inspiring. Sorry, I'm going on, but she's incredible.
No, I love it.
She's absolutely brilliant girl, and I'm hoping to do some coaching with her. She'll do some dressage training while I do some jumping training. So we're going to get a few days together. So I'm excited about that.
I'm just going to make sure we're following her on the Shut Up and Ride podcast. Saffron
Cresswell, incredible girl. And so we had her, and we had Nicola Wilson as well on at the same time. Nicola asked her a few questions about stuff. And it was just such an honour to have those two such special women talking about that and being so inspirational. It was brilliant.
She's only 23.
I know. But what you could be like, oh my god, poor her, I feel very sorry for her. But she's not about that. She's not about the feeling sorry for me thing. She's about right, what can I do? This is amazing. She's just great attitude to everything.
I think it's the terrifying reality, isn't it, that can happen to all of us. It doesn't no matter what you do with horses, there's a chance that you could have an injury like that. And I think it's brilliant that it's been made so public, because very often when it's something as scary as that, we kind of brush it under the rug, don't we? It's almost like, don't think about it. Yeah. I don't want to think about it. And the more we can actually talk about it and, like you say, celebrate, everybody's individual story, no matter how it turns out, because everybody's going to react differently. And to get as much support as possible for. Oh, you've given me chills. Just you say it's in so much to celebrate and so much to contemplate all at the same time, isn't there?
Have you got a poem?
She was talking about how like she was lucky that she was in a bed next to a quadriplegic. Like that's right, isn't it? Quadriplegic when they're paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah.
And she was like, so, oh my God, I was like so lucky in comparison to and she was so positive about everything, and I was just thinking, oh my God, I'm so lucky to be able to do what I can do, and like that's her attitude to everything, and I just think it's such a breath of fresh air, like that somebody can be like that. Really, really incredible.
And you were really nervous about holding on to a mic.
I was really nervous. I didn't eat my dinner, which was amazing as well, which is really annoying. But and I had to remember lots and lots of things, and I could have read it all because I had lots of charities, companies that I needed to thank and people that I needed to thank, and like directing everybody what they should be doing. And I was like, no, I'm going to learn it, and I'm not going to have a prompter. I'm not going to read it or anything like that. So I learned it all. But I think that was probably an error. Maybe that's what made me so nervous, to be honest. I was like, don't forget things.
But you can have flashcards and things like that. Like, no one would have judged you. Well, you learn, because you'll probably do it next year, so you can maybe just have little prompters.
Yes, I think maybe I'll do that, because I did, like, when I was introducing the auctioneer, I totally forgot his name. I was like, please give a warm welcome to, and I can't remember his name.
He's brilliant. He's wonderful.
He's absolutely amazing. He's raised hundreds of millions of pounds over the years, but I can't remember his fucking name.
So talking of silent auctions, I bid on some sportswear, like workout clothes, at silent auction at my kids' school, and they had like a Santa Day thing, right? Anyway. It was like, I won it for like 80 quid. It was like 650 quid's worth of kit. And I just thought it'd be leggings and little like tops and stuff like that, which it was. But two of the outfits were yoga, like all-in-one bodysuits, not designed for someone of my age and someone of my figure. I was like, what the holy fuck? I tried it on. Greg has never laughed so hard in his fucking life. Not only could I not do any of the yoga poses because it was so restricting, I felt like I was going to floss with it. It was so far up my vajiji. But anyway, I'm like, who in their 40s wears a bodysuit like this? Anyway, sorry. Back to the Savoy silent auction.
So there was a proper, a real big auction.
What, people standing up and shouting and betting and getting the
and I was there spotting people like they were bidding, and actually where I went on safari last year, they very kindly donated a prize, and theirs did really well as well. It's just Horizon Horseback. They're amazing. Go check them out.
Do they want to run an advert in our podcast?
More than likely.
Excellent. Can you talk
because I'm going back again in February.
We have to actually add this, by the way. The podcast is now open to advertisers. We really need to start making the podcast earn some money. We need new microphones and to pay for this pub pod. And also any brands that want to jump on board. We're about to hit 50,000 listens. So if you want to advertise, send me a direct message and we will read your adverts. Anyway, carry on.
Well done, Jenny. Well done. Very good advertising there.
Please share this podcast, please. That is pretty cool. And did they raise lots of money on the night as well?
We raised 250,000, I think.
Jesus.
What were you selling?
I mean, so they were like
kidneys,
proper, a safari holiday. And the what's his name? The one who can remember it? The auctioneer. The auctioneer, he was really, really good. I've got a thing with this, haven't I?
Really? You should learn the man's name.
He's a really memorable auctioneer.
He's actually an auctioneer. That's not great, is it? But he was really, really good. Like, really good. He just, he was pushy in a totally non-pushy way, and like he was determined he was going to get. But he did say to me beforehand, he's on bargain hunt, and he said I'm on bargain. When you introduce me, you can say I'm on bargain hunt, and so I said bargain hunt fame, and I have raised hundreds of millions of pounds for charity, and that is pretty amazing, isn't it? But having watched him in action, I can totally see why, because people are like, yeah, I don't have the money, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Did he have an accent, and can you do it? Can you do us an impression of
No,
Cedric
he
Chenier?
didn't have an accent. He was relatively posh, I suppose you would say. But yeah, no, he didn't really have an accent.
That's amazing.
But I did wear my kilt, and to like because it was black tie do, so I wore my kilt, and I nearly, thanks to you guys, I nearly started off in my Scottish accent.
Oh, did you?
I didn't.
People are loving your Scottish accent. I actually invited Rory Bremner because I thought you could have an accent off to the pub pod, because I know Rory. He sadly can't make it, otherwise he'd have loved to have come. So he's going to come on an episode, but that could have been hilarious.
Oh my God, that would
for
have been
anyone
really
young
good.
listening to this, Rory Bremner's a famous person who does accents. I'm very proud of you, because you were very nervous about doing it.
I was very nervous, and you were. Thank you, Jenny. You were very kind, and you gave me lots of encouragement, which is really good.
Did I not just use Gemma's words and say, get the fuck on with it?
I was going to say, encouragement from Jenny's probably like a slap more than a pat on the back.
Yeah, get a grip on yourself.
You'll be fine.
What did Gregor think of my Scottish accent?
Oh, he thought that you were from Lost Lothian or somewhere. Like, he said it was unbelievable. Like, I think like outside Edinburgh area.
Yeah,
said it was brilliant.
that's where my family's from.
Well, there you go. See,
We're East Lothian.
East Lothian.
East Lothian.
Maybe he even said East Lothian.
But to be fair, I thought actually sometimes I think my accent's a little bit more on the west coast, but I don't know. I don't really know Scotland well enough. I'm not there very often. Although I was there at the weekend because I went on holiday. I'll stop that now. I went on holiday for 3-4 days in France, and we
which is nowhere near Scotland, by the way. Just
yeah. Sorry. I'm going somewhere with this. So we were in France, and we were on our way back, and we were circling around Stansted on Saturday night. You know when we had that really awful storm, and the pilot was like, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry, but actually the wind's a bit too strong, so we're not going to be able to land right now. So we're going to circle for another 20 minutes, or we're going to circle for a bit longer until it dies down." So 20 minutes later, he was like, "Sorry, but actually the wind is not going to die down. So we're going to go and we're going to land somewhere different. We're going to go and land in Prestwick." I was like, "Where's Prestwick? I don't." Anyway, so it turns out Prestwick is Glasgow.
oh, there you go.
So we then flew 45 minutes to Glasgow, landed quite a rough landing in Glasgow, and then when we landed, the pilot was like, "Oh yes, we've got coaches available for you to drive you to Stansted." And I was like, "Oh, nightmare!" But at least we got a way of getting home. Anyway, so then we got off the plane. I reckon he said that so that we didn't all kick off on the plane, because we got down into the terminal, and there's this woman in high vis. So she was like, "I don't know why they said that we've got buses. We've got no buses. So sorry, but you're on your own." So we were stuck in Scotland, with no idea about how to get home.
So how did you get home?
So
this is the worst story ever.
So we then got a train from that airport into Glasgow, and then because James was like, we're going to get home tonight, so he'd booked a coach that we got at 11:30, and that got us into London at 7:30 on Sunday morning, and then we got a train back up to Stansted and then drove home.
Oh,
so we arrived at Stansted literally 12 hours after we should have done.
Vile.
What a nightmare! Could you not have got a flight to Stansted the next day?
That's exactly. See. This is what so I had a little bit of a meltdown because sense of human failure. Because James was like, "We're gonna get there tonight," and I was like, "We don't need to. Let's just stay in Glasgow tonight and get a plane." He's like, "I'm not doing that again. If we're gonna turn back round again, come all the way back up here again." I was like, "Okay, we'll go on the bus then."
Anything to avoid a bus. I'll get car sick. I can't go on buses.
But it wasn't just that though, Jenny. You just don't sleep.
No. And then it sounds a bit like if you watched Home Alone, where the mum tries to get back.
Yeah, or is it Planes, Trains and Automobiles?
Yes, I love that show. It's really showing our age. Ben's like, I have no idea what you two are talking about.
It's a good film.
I've got anxiety listening to that story. That was stressing me the hell out.
Had I not told you that story already, Jenny? I didn't, did I?
No, you hadn't. I spoke to you while you were in France, but no, I hadn't heard that story. That's got reflux just listening to it. Like, literally stressing me out. I would have just accepted defeat, gone out on the piss in Glasgow, and then got a plane in the morning.
My mate was out in Glasgow, and he was like, "Oh, just come out with us. We'll come out with us, and then you can just stay in a hotel." And I was like, "Yeah, we'll just stay in a hotel. Have a nice leisurely Sunday morning. We can get a plane down. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm not going to get to ride tomorrow, but the worst things have happened." But no, James was like, "We are definitely going home tonight."
Wow.
I
Well,
think that, but people are like that, aren't they? Like, if you've got your heart set on something, or you've got your plan, you're going to stick with it, aren't you? I know Ben's like that.
you would have got home,
the
Ben.
flight. I probably would have, but I would rather the flight have got cancelled before we set off, I think, than have to go through that. I'd rather have got a hotel at the airport and then got the flight the next day than have had to thought I was there.
Quite funny though, 'cause, like, when they said, "Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but actually we're now going to go to Prestwick," literally all like rules and everything just goes flying out the window. Literally, like people are literally doing cartwheels down the alleyway, and like everyone's on their feet, and like it was just crazy, and everyone's like shouting and chatting, and I was like, things have changed quite a lot.
Getting ready to be in Glasgow, that's the problem.
But I loved how the pilot was like, "Oh yes, we've definitely got coaches for you all. Thanks very much. I'm sorry for the inconvenience." And they must have literally let us all off the plane and slammed the doors to make sure we weren't going to come back. Losers.
Where's Linda in the high vis? Screw her. Probably had a bad date with her. That was it. Oh my goodness. Oh, wonderful.
So yes, I had a nice time in Scotland. It was very short-lived.
Oh my goodness. And right, this is the Christmas episode, hence why I look like a prat with a Santa on my head. Ben's got a Santa upside down on a chimney, and you look like you thistles, are they? Berry thistles? Christmas thistles?
No, they're not thistles.
What are they?
I'm not sure.
Holly wreath. Holly.
Holly.
Ivy. Right, can I ask a question? Why do Christmas carols have to be so high up in key octave? I don't know, I'm not musical. I can never sing. I can't sing anyway, but whenever you go to like carol singing, it always feels really high up. I can't sing it.
Well, isn't that this? But the descant people do that, don't they?
What?
In the choir, like the descants, they do the high bit.
Oh!
I used to love doing that when I was a kid. Can't do that.
Are you in the choir?
Is this going to be the moment you sing?
I was in quite a well-known choir. Cambridge, St John's, Cambridge. St John's College, Cambridge.
So did you have to sing all the carols and everything every year?
Yeah, and then like in the last verse, when like the little boys do the high bit, or little girls as well, do like the high bit on the last verse. I used to do that all the time. I loved doing that. And then my voice broke.
Has it?
Shut up, Jenny. You're such a bitch. She's back on it now, Ben.
Yes. Hear what I really said about you, you arse. What about you, Benji? Can you bash out a carol? Favourite Christmas song? Here you go.
Oh, favourite Christmas song? I don't know.
Mine's got to be, what's it? You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap lousy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that one.
I've got a favourite Christmas song, but it's not very cool. Really.
Oh, go on. I love Not Cool.
It's Justin Bieber's Mistletoe. It's genuinely, I just love it. I think it's at the top of my little iTunes thing. You can't see it. It's at the top of my iTunes at the moment. I just love it.
Okay, you've got to sing this now.
I'm absolutely not singing it. It's the most beautiful time of the year. I don't know. I need the lyrics. 1 second.
His favourite song that he doesn't know.
You're putting him under pressure, Jen. Sure, stop it. Stop being
I
mean.
like anything with a bit of Bublé in it.
It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. Should have been playing in the winter snow, but I'll be under the mistletoe. Oh, the holidays.
Oh my God, Ben! All your fans are going to love that. Under the Mistletoe with Ben.
I love it.
Lucky them.
Wow. I don't think I've ever even heard it.
I won't be able to sing the one that I like.
Why?
It's just a bit high pitched.
But you've just told us you can go high pitch.
No, but I just told you my voice then broke and I couldn't anymore.
And then we informed you that it hasn't, so go for it.
It's the darkness. The darkness. Don't let the bells end. Don't let the bells end. Christmas time.
Anyone, we are available for carol singing if you advertise with our podcast. That is a good one. I just like anything. I literally just go upstairs and go, Michael Bublé Christmas album, please. Thank you very much. Then I'm happy. Anything with a Bublé. Again, it's the only reason I moved to Canada, to meet him. Hasn't happened yet. Couldn't afford Taylor Swift tickets. He was there, apparently. Couldn't stalk him. Oh, wow, I'm going down a route. I've got to snap myself back out. I think like there isn't any equestrian-type Christmas tunes, are there?
Maybe that's what we need to do.
No.
We need to record an equestrian Christmas number one.
Shout.
Yeah. Fed up of the mud. Come and have some Christmas pud.
Christmas 2025. Look out for the Shut Up and Ride at the top of the charts.
I'm on it. This is going to be brilliant.
Jenny Rudolph's number one single.
I'll do the rapping. No one wants to hear me. Not like Christmas rapping, as in rapping on the... Yeah, I'll shut up.
No, I think
Anyway,
you need to... Jenny's got a Snoop Dogg side. We need to see your Eminem. You're like...
Well, can you do some rapping like Ed Sheeran rapping?
What, bad rapping?
But no, his rapping's really good.
Ed Sheeran doesn't do bad rapping.
Doesn't he get criticised for the fact that he can't rap? I thought that was a thing. People are like, leave rapping to the people who can rap.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love Ed Sheeran. I went to see him in concert.
I mean, what actually constitutes rapping?
I don't know. I can do Vanilla Ice Baby.
Go for it.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new adventure. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, moving like a heartbeat daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. That's enough. Thank you very much. Very un-Christmassy.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all week.
And I think I also remember the lyrics to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that'd be a blast from the past. Go on.
TURTLE power. Heroes in a half shell. They're on a mission. Something. They've got the enemy wishing they stayed at home instead of fighting these ninja masters would move like lightning. Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello make up the team with one other fellow, Raphael. He's the leader of the group. Splinter's the masters and Pizza's the food.
Oh my god, classical! I love that.
I have no idea where that came from. Jesus Christ.
That is brilliant.
Thank you very much. Ben now looks really dead.
What about can you do Fresh Prince?
Oh, everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, everybody knows that.
Ben, can you do Fresh Prince?
No.
What? You must know who the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is.
It's Will Smith.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the program on the playground was where I spent most of my days. And I was like, guys, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. We had one love fight. My mom got scared. She said, I'm moving with your auntie and uncle to Bel-Air. We're shit.
Well,
I literally think you're the only person in the world who doesn't know that.
I think probably part of it is that I'm like 31 now and I still watch Disney films on a night, so that's probably got something to do with it.
What's your go-to Disney film?
Oh, it depends on the mood, but my top two are they're classics: Hercules and Hunchback of Notre Dame, probably for Disney.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't know why this happened, but I don't know what I've been listening to make happen, but Beauty and the Beast was on my playlist the other day. No, this morning. And Jenny just sent a message saying, "Oh my god, the girls are. I sound like I'm being really horrible." And there's like a bit on it talking about the Beast, and there's like the Beast, and I was thinking, "Oh, it's Jenny Rudolph." The old woman turned him into a hideous beast. And I was like, Jenny Rudolph.
Say it like it is, Simon.
But you've just been really horrible about us.
Oh, shut up, you puff.
That's still my favourite episode. That story. If I ever need cheering up, that's all I have to go to. Is Simon's ambulance. Simon's ambulance story.
Being such a puff.
I'm being such a puff, and I am a puff, so I'm allowed to say that.
I know. It's brilliant. It is brilliant.
Oh.
I've now got the song from Hercules in my head. Mountain top. That one. Do you know what I mean?
This happened as well. So my incredible wife, who is amazing and insane, she performed at
Who has just walked
Showcase.
into the room, by the way.
with a Liberty pair.
She performed.
Yeah.
I've
She
seen the
was like-
photos. They're amazing.
Yeah. It was terrifying. She was like, I'll just take Ollie and Romeo in and do a small act. And the reason it's made me think of it is because she did it to Hercules, to go the distance from Hercules as part of this show. And I was like, oh.
That song makes me cry.
Yeah, so it was that song and seeing George with her massive bump, 7 months pregnant, with her 2 loose horses. I was like, oh, she's amazing. But I'm glad. I was very worried for her. Even though I didn't let her, well, I kind of let her know. But she was like, no, me and the horses will be fine. And they absolutely smashed it. But my favourite thing is that because she was like, I'm going to wear this beautiful dress while I perform, but I'm wearing my trainers. She was like, my feet hurt. I'm sick of this. I'm wearing my trainers while I do this Liberty act at this show. So, yeah. But what an absolute power woman. She's amazing.
I know.
That is-
She's a
that is
fucking
pretty
inspo, honestly.
What is the due date?
Feb 7th.
Oh, it's coming. It's soon. It's soon.
It's soon.
Time's flying.
Yeah. Cannot wait.
Oh God! What's
Right,
Jane's
you better
looking
not
something up?
pop early because you've got to make it to the pub pod. We're running the pub pod dangerously close to foaling season. Right, so we're nearly on. We're on an hour, and I put out on Instagram. Send us any messages or shout outs or questions because I really like it and I really want to chat to our audience a little bit because we get amazing messages. This shows how our podcast has taken itself to a new level. When a Olympic bronze medalist drops into our Ask Us a Question and we'll read it out.
Oh,
And
amazing.
it's Becky Moody. She's so bloody brilliant. Her response to our Instagram post is, "Hi, I tried really hard to get Ben to take his shirt off at the talks this weekend. I blame Jenny."
Yeah. Hashtag say...
Becky Moody tried to get you naked.
Yeah, and then the crowd got behind her, and everyone was bullying me for having clothes on, and so I was like, hashtag save Ben, save me. And then Warwick, who we were on stage with, was like, oh, he's always got his top off. And then the event, this horsemanship showcase event I go to, they use the same picture to advertise me every year. And it's me topless with the Liberty team. And then Warwick was like, look, we're next to each other in the programme. And there's you with your six-pack and all your loose horses. And then me, all middle-aged in my shirt. It's like, this isn't fair for advertising. But then my favourite thing about that picture is I'm wearing a ridiculous necklace. Right, and it looks like a big, like, tribal thing covered in feathers. And the reason I'm wearing it is my friend made me it. And it's actually it's a medallion made out of her Shetland's hoof trimmings.
Oh my God, really?
That's really weird. Anyone else find that weird?
But
How
I find it really funny because when people ask about it, I'm like, yeah, it's to give me the power of a Shetland. Like, that's it. It gives me the spiritual power of the Shetland. So,
But
yeah.
they're so strong though, aren't they? Shetlands, they're so strong.
Exactly. Yeah, you need one.
But when
we all
you
need
wear
one.
it, do Jack Russells not try and come and chew you?
Yeah, my dog chews it. But then when people are like, doesn't
That's
it smell?
weird.
I'm like, you should smell my wife after she's been at work, being a farrier. I was like, it's all the same, really. It's just what our house smells like, to be honest, at this point.
You should smell my wife. That is definitely going to be the title of this podcast. Okay. Oh,
I can't wait.
I'm not going to ask you this. Right, I love our audience now because I've done lots of these Q&As for like other brands and horse and countries that I've worked for, and the questions are all so boring, but our audience are great. If you were a dog breed, what would you be? Corgi, so I can bite people.
Oh, it'd have to be a pit bull, wouldn't it?
You'd be a pit bull.
Yeah.
Simon, with your hair, you're definitely not going to be a pit bull. You'd have to be like, what's those dogs with the fabulous long hair?
Oh, yeah, no, I can't remember. But I have been told that I'm a bit of a Labrador sometimes.
What? Loyal and sweet and likes to eat.
I don't really know why she said I was a Labrador, but she said Labrador. So,
Okay. Do you like to get in dustbins and then water?
yeah, exactly.
Ben, what would you be?
Be one of those Pomeranians with my hair cut in a perfect little circle.
Yes. Yes.
Small but surprisingly aggressive.
So when I was at my ball and I went down, once I'd finished, I went dancing and I had a bit of a crazy time and it was great. And then I got really, really hot. So then I went outside like you do, just to kind of steam it off a little bit. And there was this lady out there who listens to the podcast. And I don't know what her name is. I think she was fairly drunk. But she said, "Oh, I've got a question for you, Simon. And you can ask this on the podcast if you like. But so you can get liquid that comes out of both your thumbs and never-ending liquid that comes out of your thumbs. What would you which liquids would you choose?
If you could have never-ending liquid come out of your thumb,
Coming out of both your thumbs, at the end of both your thumbs, what liquid would you go for?
I love the fact that this podcast is taking high end like this. Like, we are really pushing the boundaries of conversation.
Hey, whatever. Does it have to be the same liquid in both thumbs? And can I turn it on and off?
No,
Ooh.
it can be two separate liquids.
Okay, so one of them's diesel.
Champagne and water. Oh, you're so practical. Fuck that.
White diesel as well.
Yeah. So Jenny, you were like me. I was like, oh my god, like liquid dairy milk chocolate, perfect. I'd love that. And and then I was like, but then I'd also like gin. But does that mean I want tonic in the other one?
Ooh, suck both at once.
Yes. So that could work, couldn't it? But then she was very sensibly saying, yeah, but don't you want crude oil or something? Because that'll make you really rich.
Oh.
I was
Ben's the clever one.
Oh yeah, or liquid gold. Although that's not.
Can I just say, if you've got petrol or unleaded or diesel coming out your thumbs, everyone's going to be fucking, come on, Ben, fill us up. It's been really annoying after a while.
Jenny, to be honest, they already are. Oh, that's how I ended up in Disneyland Paris.
Oh wow, this is definitely taking a turn. Excellent question.
This is definitely not our classiest podcast, that's for sure, isn't it?
None of them, since when have any of them ever been classy? Oh no, I don't want to block this person. I want to read out their thing. The Fred Diary. Oh no, I've just seen this. Shout out to you all, love listening. So shout out to the Fred Diary. I don't know what the real name
Fred
is.
Diary.
Also, Law, but I'm guessing it's Laura 7492. I don't know how to look at your actual profile so I can see who you are. I don't want to message you. Shout out to you three. Bloody amazing. I'm new to the pod and absolutely love it. Jen, please never change. That's very sweet of her to write that at the end. Someone being nice to me for a change. That's very sweet. Thank you.
Ben, we need to do better.
What? Have better friends than Jenny, who slags us off on other people's podcasts? Yes, Simon, I agree.
I concur.
You know what the fucking thing is? You two haven't even met in person. When you two finally meet in person, I'm for it. This is going to be so bad. Simon, what is the worst thing you have forgotten to pack in the lorry?
The worst thing that I've forgotten to pack in the lorry. Okay, so my biggest thing is if I leave my riding hat behind, my Charles Owen riding hat, then I'm in trouble because I can't borrow that from anybody else. So if I forget that, that's the worst thing that I could forget. But what is the worst thing? I mean, I forgot my top hat once when you rode in top hats for dressage, and I couldn't find, and I had about 10 people offered to lend me theirs, and none of them fit my head because it's so enormous.
Can't get your hair in there. What about you, Ben? What's the worst thing you've forgotten?
Well, I've gone on a job before and forgotten all my tack, so that's good fun. But better than that.
Surely that's all right in your line of work, you numpty.
Not for that job.
Oh, I forgot my bridle.
If you want, if you want a Mark Atkinson story, which is the best Mark Atkinson story, when I was a kid, when Dad was still show jumping, my mum and Dad were having one of those heated, mildly angry discussions with one another across the yard. And my dad and Dad's going jumping, and they're shouting at each other, and then Dad just gets in the lorry and slams the door and is like, oh, well, whatever, I'm going. Starts driving down the road, and Mum's driving after him. Mum jumps in the car, and she's driving after him, and she's beeping the horn and flashing the lights, and he's like, well, up yours, because whatever. He'd forgotten to load the horses. So, yeah, she managed to follow him for a few miles before she got him stopped.
A similar kind of vein. I've forgotten to put the ramp up before and driven off with the ramp down.
That's not ideal.
To be fair, Simon, I have done the same, and mine was worse because it was in an Ifor Williams in a trailer.
Oh no! Poor ponies.
Yeah, it was like, God, this is loud today. It's a good job my horses are so bomb-proof, isn't it? It's like, oh, it's really making some racket coming down the farm track. And then you stop and look out, and you're like, oh.
Error.
You're both terrible humans. It's a good job that if your horse doesn't like being in a trailer, you're the person to reteach it to like being in a trailer.
It didn't put them off at all, actually.
This is a good one. So we'll start with you, Ben. Describe yourself as a horse advert, i.e. well-handled, good manners, good doer, etc. So just if you were a horse advert, what would you be? It's a great question.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so maybe we should
Why
do it
don't
for
we
each
describe
other.
them? Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
So so what would you say, Jenny, for Ben? I'd say upstanding.
Gelding.
Upstanding gelding.
Or he will be if he keeps saying his wife's smell. See how well the first baby goes. Find out if he's still a gelding or not this time next year.
Very good looking.
Handsome.
Not a novice ride.
Not a novice ride.
Not a novice ride.
Can go all day long.
Likes a crowd. Does well at the big shows.
Thrives on atmosphere.
Yes.
Thrives on atmosphere. Is that one of those things, if you read that in a horse advert, thrives on atmosphere, does that translate to is going to lose its top when we get out there? I love playing that when you're reading horse adverts and it's like, not a novice ride. And you're like, has hospitalised 3 people.
My favourite is done a bit of everything. You can't find out what it's good at, so you've just said it can do everything.
Or even better, enjoys a firm contact, and then there's a picture of it like out hunting in a big American gag being like pulled, and you're like, oh yeah, it blooming does, doesn't it?
This is the strongest thing you'll ever sit on.
Yeah, I do find that funny when people go, yes, snaffle ride, and then the picture is it in a pelham. You're like, yay, well done you.
It is a snaffle ride if you don't care about speed regulation. Like, if you can be open-minded, direction and speed.
When it's one for kids and they say lead rein pony, perfect lead rein pony. In other words, yeah, it's great on the lead rein, just don't ever let it off the lead rein. It will end your child.
I think Jenny's would say, bit marish, waspy.
Oh yeah, the Jenny one would be easy. It was because we said about this on the podcast before. Easy, anyone's ride. Loose,
Easy.
Very loose behind. But we said this before, didn't we? Can you remember? She's death staring me.
Simon's would be tricky in the mouth.
Tricky.
Has an uncontrollable mane. Right. You two are the worst humans on earth. Literally. No. I think Pol Pot was probably worse. Right. So there's lots of really why people want actual advice. The best bit of advice you've all been given.
Best bit of advice. I think the things in life you regret are the things that you don't do, not the things that you do.
Okay, 1 second. My brain has to process this. Ben's nodding. The things in life you regret are the things you don't do, not the things you do. I don't know. There's a few things I've done on a night out that I regret.
And you've learnt from it and become a better person as a result.
Starting this podcast with 2 numpties. I could have chosen 2 nice people to do my podcast with, but no.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that is a good bit of advice. What about you, Benji? Please don't sell us another bloody poem.
It's a little bit less profound than normal, but just the run your own race. Just look at your own game. Run your own race. Don't think about anything else.
That is profound.
Like, because it's so easy to look at everybody else and want to do more or think you should be somewhere that you're not, or even worse, if your horse, say you had an old horse, a horse you've had for years, and then you lose that horse or you sell it and you get a youngster, and then you kind of judge your youngster because it's not your older horse. It doesn't ride as nicely. It's not as confident over a fence. It's silly on a hack. But it's unfair to judge it in that lens. So just like for yourself, for your horses, for your partner, for anybody, Run your own race. Your life's yours. It doesn't have to be like anybody else's.
Stay in your own lane.
Yeah, you can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree.
Oh, I like that one. I also like the don't judge a book by its cover. Judge it by its shelf life.
Why have you found that one so funny, Simon?
A tree climbing a fish? No, a fish climbing a tree.
Fish climbing a tree. Don't be a tree climbing fish.
Just to be serious for a second, the run your own race shit, I think, is harder now more than ever because of social media. So
definitely. Yeah.
I was quite able to put my phone down before I came to Canada, and be present with my kids and whatever. But because I've not got you lot over here and as many friends, and I've met a few people, but some of them are very disingenuous. But I find that I do compare now everything to what everyone's doing on social media. Like, everyone at back home's having way more fun than me, and Simon's hanging out with influencers, and I'm really jealous and sad, and I have to record a podcast and slag them all off instead. And Ben's getting naked, I'm not there to see it, and he's doing it in front of crowds. It is very hard to run your own race when you're so aware of what everyone else is racing, but that's not always the actual race in that they are racing, because people don't put the truth on social media. Did that make sense? These words just came out of my mouth.
Oh, man, it makes perfect sense. Because, honestly, if we're all honest, the real game these days, especially for us lot trying to sell businesses on social media, it's like, forget what your life is, make it look good. Like, even if you have to manufacture an image or a 10-second video. And I think we're all part of the problem at the same time. Like, not in a bad way, like, we're all just trying to, do our best. But it's just important just to be like, it is. We do have... And I think that's one of why I love our what's annoyed you this week, or what's your... Because it's a little bit like, yeah, we do, even if people think we're having a great time, and we do try and have a great time, there is stuff that gets down on you and gets on you, and it's normal.
Yeah,
absolutely. And yeah, it's really important that that's normalised, because we do, we are all guilty for it. Like, of course you're going to put the best things that you can on social media, because you want everyone to think you're having a great time, don't you?
Yeah, we got a picture of Simon in his kilt, but not a picture of Simon skipping out in the rain. Do you know what I mean? That's life, isn't it?
Oh yeah, totally. And the videos that you get from the horsemanship showcase, not the hours and hours that it took to get there, to get Malik to stand up, to do you know what I mean? Like, the blood, sweat and tears on the rainy days. Although you are quite good at showing some of the hard work that goes into it, but it's not all there. The stresses of horses and where they were bedded and blah, blah, blah.
But even the fails that I share are not manufactured at all. I don't plan to land on my head. But even if I have fall off and put a video out about it, it's probably because I feel I'm in a good place about that. Do you know what I mean? No one shares their real crap stuff, do they? No one shares those moments when you're snot and tears down your face. Everybody has those days, and I think it's important just to remember that, I try and, in my own mind, I try and think not to ignore someone. If I see a friend's post a picture or a video on Facebook or Instagram, and they're having a great day and I'm having a crap day, I try and remember to make sure I leave them a like and a comment to make them feel better. Do you know what I mean? They're having a good day, build them up, and think of it more in that way.
That's our job as friends, isn't it? Of course, you've got to do that.
Yeah.
We've got to look after each other.
But do you think people miss when people are having a shit day because, you're only posting the good on Instagram? So you think, people are posting the good but actually feeling shit, and then you can miss it as a mate because you think, oh, look, they're just doing something good. So
absolutely.
It's quite hard to, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that, and I think that's possibly why we're getting, not to turn too serious at this point in the pod, but I wonder sometimes if that's one of the reasons we have all those problems with mental health and stuff. Not all the problems with mental health and things, but it's so much easier to mask these days because we're not always in person with each other. Even I know when I was 17, 18, there was 10 or 15 of us down the pub every night. And you'd notice, wouldn't you? Oh, so-and-so's not been here for 2 or 3 days. We should pop round their house. Or you do, it's all in person. Whereas these days, you can send someone a message and they message you back. No, mate, all's good. I'm just busy. And you're oh, well, I don't want to pester you. But so, Simon, that was a good time. What's the charity? What's the charity that you've talked about before for mental health?
The British Vending Support Trust. Yeah, the
The
British
other
Renters
one,
Support Trust.
The
Yeah.
Riders' Minds.
Riders'
Riders'
Minds.
Minds.
Yeah, that's Riders' Minds.
Horse-
And there's Samaritans as well. They're absolutely amazing.
Yes, the Samaritans are amazing. I think it is hard though, because horse riders, we're meant to be a breed of horse riders. Tough.
But I think that is starting to dissipate a little bit. Like that it's not just, we're not all just super tough. Like clearly we're not. Like, you know, because people struggle and it's becoming more public that people struggle, and I think that's a good thing. I think we are tough in that, like, you know, you fall off and you break your arm and you're like, okay, I'm going to be riding again in 2 weeks' time. And very often people are riding again when they shouldn't be. I mean, there are a lot of people that struggle more within the equestrian industry because it's a tough one. It's a tough industry to be in.
Yeah.
I think it's a great way to describe it is if you broke your arm and then the next day decided to ride with a broken arm, that managing that amount of pain would be so much easier than trying to carry on with really bad mental health. And I don't think everybody fully understands that and grasps it. Like physical pain, you can numb, you can take medication, you can ignore it. But when it comes to mental health, that is, you know, that's constant. And I think it's brilliant that we're getting more aware of it, and just be a bit bloody kinder to everyone. Let people out in traffic. Say hello to people. Say Merry Christmas on the yard.
Yes.
You know, the little things.
Love saying Merry Christmas to people.
And say well done.
Well, with that in mind, some of the messages we've had this week, I won't say who they're from because they're quite personal. By far the best podcast I've ever listened to. Thank you very much. But thank you for keeping it real, honest, and making us grassroots riders feel normal. Great to know even the professionals struggle sometimes. I feel more inspired to keep going when I encounter a challenge. Thank you so much. Someone else has said, loving the podcast, by the way. It's definitely brightened up my mood in a challenging few months. And I said to this lady, I'm really sorry you're having a shit time. I'm glad we could change how you're feeling a little bit. And apparently she's having a really tough time because her mum's passed away and she's travelling loads of hours in the car between her parents' house and hers, like 3.5 hours. And apparently the podcast is keeping her going during that time. God, it's going to make me cry. And honestly, so many messages like that we get. So yeah, anyone who's like having a shit time out there, we hope that this will cheer you up, but at the same time we are sending love, because if we can brighten someone's day up just a little bit, it's worth doing.
Yeah. And I don't know whether, I think what Ben was saying about the charity thing, I don't know whether you also meant about my let them know thing.
Yes.
Where like I want people to just take a moment to go through your phone book and in your phone and just think, oh God, I've not spoken to that person for a while, or that person was seemed a little bit quiet last time I saw them, and just get in touch with them and just tell them that you love them and tell them that they're special and important, because it really helps.
Let them know. # let them know.
Yeah.
Right. Let's finish on 2 things. What's annoyed
can I
you
have
this
another
week?
thing? Before we get into that, maybe that should be our this being our Christmas pod. That's our Christmas ask of you, the audience. Do a Christmas, let them know. Someone who you've not spoken to for ages this Christmas, especially because Christmas, if your life's going great, Christmas is great. If your life's going crap, Christmas is awful. So if there's someone who you've not spoken to in a while, or you think they're having a crap time, let them know this Christmas that you care about them and that you're there.
And it can be somebody that it can be somebody that you see every day as well. It doesn't have to be somebody you've not seen for ages. But it's just to let that person know how important they are.
Or something like as simple, if you kind of don't want to like a Christmas card, and if you struggle with writing down how you feel, write a Christmas card if you want to tell someone you think they're amazing, like rather than a WhatsApp. Go old school. Do you know what I mean? Send a Christmas card to someone and say, by the way, I think you're doing great and you're amazing, or something like that, because then you've got this. I don't know, I keep a few Christmas cards that mean a lot to me from people. I've got a Christmas card. Friends of ours, very good friends of ours, really struggled to have a baby. Really struggled, and they finally had a baby. And they took a family Christmas card of she's drinking wine, like glorious. He's laughing, and they've got the baby in between them. And she was like, I had to do one. I was getting so fed up of smug, happy people sending out fucking family Christmas cards. And I'm not joking. That child is now 7, and I put that Christmas card out every year. So I was so happy for her that she had this baby, and I've kept that
Oh,
Christmas
that's
card.
really cool.
And it's up
That is
now.
really
It's up
cool.
on my windowsill now. I've just put it up, and I take a photo every year. And I said to her, I always will put this up, because that was like, your intentions of doing it were to show people how smug and happy you were when you'd gone through so much shit, but also just that thought of like, you got your happy thing, and it makes me so happy seeing her happy. So yeah, just stuff like that. I don't know, like hashtag let them know.
Yeah.
And yeah, share the Christmas love. Oh, Simon's looking all like,
No,
oh,
I love that. It's good.
no.
I was about to tell you my story about why I decided to become a sperm donor, but we maybe leave that for another time.
I don't know. Do we? Yeah, Ben looks like he needs to hear the story. I think I know the story.
No.
I think you should save it.
We'll save that for another one.
We'll save it.
We'll
Okay.
save that for another one. But it's only because you're talking about your friends that were struggling to have a kid, and that's kind of why I kind of looked into it.
I'm going to wait till we've got a really important, difficult to get guest on, and then I'm going to be like, Simon, why don't you tell us about you being a sperm donor?
Or he should do it live on the pub pod. That's better.
What, Jenny? I don't think that Simon should donate sperm live at the pub pod. I think that's very inappropriate.
It's a tough job, but I'm prepared to do it if necessary.
Simon's horse advert. He's being put out to stud.
Standing at stud. Chilled and fresh straws available. Proven sire. Oh.
They're very
my
good swimmers, just so you know.
Proven sire. I love that. Right, let's finish on what's annoyed you this week, because I fucking always love it. Oh, and Simon, every time, by the way, when I edit this, always goes, well, it's really hard. Nothing really annoys me, but, and then comes out with a clanger. So I think you can give up the pretense now, Simon, that you're Mr. fucking nicey. Now your real side's coming out. Nothing really annoys me, but.
Weather nearly killed me and George at the weekend, which wasn't very fun. Like, really.
No.
Like, so it's like...
That's bad. That's really bad.
11 o'clock at night, me and George are driving back from this event in Thirsk, about an hour from our house, and that terrible storm was on. And then, as we're driving down the road, both of us went, what's that? And a giant telegraph pole had fallen in the road with all its wires and everything in front of us, all across our side of the road. And we had to, like, slam on the brakes and swerve to get out the way, and we just clipped it with one of the front wheels, and it, like, boom-boom-phed over, and then we, like, you both sat there, aren't you, with your hearts going, and then we checked the car, and it was fine. And this gets me to what annoyed me. I was trying to ring the non-emergency police number, do you know what I mean, not 999, the other one, to report it, and it took nearly an hour for the police to pick up. And even when I told them, they were like, oh, well. And like, I know they're busy, but that annoyed me. And I understand they will have had so many calls that night. I'm not bad-mouthing the police. They do an amazing job. But I was so stressed because I was like, if I wake up in the morning and I see on our local news there's been like fatal crash on this road, and I'm like, oh, it didn't get fixed.
Yeah.
So like, that stressed me out. That's what annoyed me this week. Yeah. One, blooming telegraph pole in the road really shut us up, and then two, that they didn't make me feel like they were going to fix it. They were like, yeah, it's fine.
That would stress me out.
Yeah.
That would definitely stress me out. That's scary as well. I hate stuff like that. That would
What's
be
annoying
scary.
is that we nearly lost you.
Well,
yes, that would have annoyed me. If you'd have died, I'd have been annoyed. It would have made for recording the next podcast bloody miserable.
Oh, you got good views though, wouldn't you? The the scariest bit for us, obviously, is that George is like massively pregnant.
Yeah.
So it's not even as simple as. But yeah, sorry if that was a bit serious. We're laughing about it now.
No.
Some of them can be serious, can't they, Jenny?
Yes, they can be. We can be serious. I wear glasses. I'm serious. Wearing a Santa on my head. What's annoyed you then, Simon?
I mean, I got quite annoyed when we were on the plane and all those people were like literally skipping around the plane. I was like, guys, just sit down, for God's sake.
The public basically has annoyed you.
The public on that plane. I mean, to be fair to them, it was quite annoying. But you know,
that would enrage me.
And also, like when I was in France, like I can speak French, but just not well enough. Then it annoys me. That annoys me.
So you're annoyed by the public and your own inadequacies.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally.
I'm actually struggling to think of what's annoyed me this week.
Are you feeling
that's
all
just
right?
not true.
Something must have annoyed me.
Well, it would seem that we have.
My children annoy me constantly. Does that count?
Yeah. Not Gregor, the children.
No, Gregor really annoys me.
Oh, yeah, poor Gregor.
Poor fucking Gregor, my arse.
And he's so good when he looks after the children, isn't he, Jenny?
Oh, yeah, that annoys me. Oh, you're so
That
lucky.
pisses her off so much.
Oh, you're so lucky to have a husband who has the kids. Yeah. Fuck off.
I've already ordered my little black papoose for my cool, black t-shirt,
well
black
done.
papoose, baby. Like, big shades. Look at me, a dad with his baby. George I don't know if you heard, but George is just like, I'm going to punch you from the next room.
Yeah, your baby and your papoose, and it's screaming its head off and it's spewing everywhere. Fantastic.
Oh no, then I'll hand it back to George. Then I panic.
Ben, don't say stuff like that. You will get the haters.
Well, we'll get the haters, but it actually happened in real life. We're at my sister's youngest child's christening, and then I was being good uncle with this little 3-month-old baby, looking after him, and a 6-month-old baby, and then it kind of started squirming, and before I knew it, I was like, George, and she was like, you need to learn to do this. You okay? I was like, oh.
And you can't give it back.
No, you can't give them back. You can't put them back. You can give them to someone else. I threaten my kids all the time with it. You know there's such things as boarding school.
We are here to support you, especially Jenny. She'll be there available any minute, any time of the day for a phone call. Wait, Jenny.
Do you say that, Simon? I'm quite. That sounds really arrogant, but I'm quite good at the kid advice.
I can quite believe it.
And I get friends messaging me.
I'm semi-joking, but not joking.
Yeah, I get friends messaging me like 3 a.m, always happy to help. I'm quite good at the bashing out the advice. Most of it's quite good. Some of it probably shouldn't listen to. But no, I'm quite practical. Quite practical mum. My kids are nice when they're not being dickheads. Because I'm very hormonal. I have a thing called PMDD. This is a whole other podcast we'll do about being miserable. It's why I'm angry all the time. Now I'm perimenopausal mixed with PMDD. It's a struggle to even get out of bed in the mornings and not kill someone. That's why I'm feeling a bit better. I was having a particularly bad day this morning. Anyway, so when I'm particularly angry, James did say to me the other day, he was like, Mummy, you are an angry human at the moment. I was like, I'm so sorry. So I had to explain to him about hormones and how I need to find a doctor who can give me more hormones back because I don't have as many as I used to. And yeah, so basically, this is why I'm a constantly angry human. I have this horrible thing, but yeah. So I have a reason to be horrible.
I listened to a podcast about all of that, on a health and fitness podcast thing, and then set my mum on it all, and it's completely changed her life. She says, like, she feels...
Oh, really?
Oh, like, it's changed her life. Like, because the podcast I was listening to, not to go too serious again, but when they were talking about mental health, they were like, one of the biggest things for women, taking their own lives and from depression and stuff, is this change of hormones and stuff. And it's just not what you can, like, she just has patches. You just put a patch on, and then you're fixed. And I'm sure Mum won't be thrilled that I've shared that with the entire world, but at the same time, if you're going through that...
Right, Jill.
Get it sorted.
Tell me about your patches, Jill. I know.
Yeah,
I just need to find a bloody doctor. That's the problem.
There is help out there, so get it.
Thank you. I'm trying. It's just not that easy because they want to put you on antidepressants instead of hormones. No one's caught up with the science. I know. It's terrible. Wow, that is a whole other podcast. Maybe we should do one. A women's health one.
Me and Simon probably need
we'll do
help. But we're up for it.
It's all right. I'll send you some research stuff you can listen to. Or you can just come and learn, because then you'll ask the right questions.
Absolutely.
We'll get a guest on.
Yes,
we'll find an expert.
Yes, we need a guest that is knowledgeable in that.
Because I would like to ask the top riders how the fuck because I couldn't do it, wear white jumpers if you've got to go to the Olympics when you've got your period. Like, I would just be terrified to ride down a centre line at the Olympics when I had my period. It would, honestly, it would just terrify me. And I think, because I know in British dressage now you don't necessarily have to wear white jumpers for that exact reason. But that is a whole conversation I feel like needs to happen somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right. This is a Christmas pod, though. So let's do an actual dedicated pod. If you boys are up for it, that'd be great.
We're up.
What is your go-to Christmas movie to end the pod? What is
The
Simon
Nativity.
doing? Why are you pulling weird faces? It
I'm
looks
doing-
like you're
I'm-
doing your... Oh, that... It looked like you were trying to do some sperm donating.
Jenny Rudel, you are terrible.
Well, your head was going up and down, and so were your arms, but I couldn't see what your hands were doing. Right.
Oh.
Simon, what's your go-to Christmas movie? What have you got to bash out at Christmas? We're not talking about sperm again.
Jesus. Oh, Home Alone.
Oh, is it? Oh, you've got to come stay with us. The kids love it. You know they're bringing out a new one, and Macaulay Culkin's like old now, and the
No,
baddies are
they
getting out of
can't.
jail.
No, you can't do. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, Home Alone is a good one. Right, Benji, what's yours?
The Nativity. Do you know the one where like it's about the primary school teacher with the crazy teacher's assistant, and then they put on? If you've not seen it, you have to watch it. It's amazing.
Very
really
funny.
good feel-good film. Yeah.
That is a good
What
one.
about you, Jenny? What's your go-to Christmas? Do not say Die Hard.
I go. All right. Do you want to have a fucking... Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
No, I
love Die
agree,
Hard.
but it shouldn't be your favourite Christmas movie.
It's up there. I'm not going to lie. Yippee-yi-yay, motherfucker. It's definitely up there. Also, I would have thought you and old Brucey were kindred spirits with your vest tops.
Yeah, well, I know, but I like a bit more of a camp Christmas, to be honest. It's a bit butch for me.
I do love a bit of Bridget Jones, but Love Actually, I'm sorry, I think it's got to be Love Actually.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I love Hugh Grant, and when he dances in it, and it's brilliant. I love Love Actually.
I like the beginning of that film when it's people they're at the airport and people are greeting each other, and I just think it's so lovely how everyone's kind of like, it just shows how much everyone loves it. I love it. It's one of my favorite bits.
That. And I like
Was
Bridget Jones. His diary.
I was going to say, is the beginning of Love Actually just like your last trip to an airport, Simon?
That's exactly it. Hi, Miss Lady.
Well,
We don't take coaches, dickhead.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, that is fucking brilliant. My husband's going to be really cross because every year he makes us watch A Wonderful Life. And he's like, isn't it lovely? This is our tradition. And it's like an old film. And he really wants us to have like a movie tradition. I fucking find it boring as fuck. And I've never told him this. And he's going to find out.
Oh, poor Gregor.
I know. But I only agree to it because his favourite is A Muppets Christmas Carol. He wants me to watch that every year. And I'm so over that.
It's very good.
It's quite good, though.
The only bit I like is there goes Mr. Humbug, there goes Mr. Grimm. If there was a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. I just love that bit for some reason. Reminds me of you, Simon.
Jenny. Be very musical tonight, Jenny.
That's
lovely.
my superpower. I have a weird way of I can remember lyrics. I can't sing them, which is disappointing for everyone.
No,
you
just did. You just did.
Yeah, but not well. I'm not you two. Right, on that note, it's been a pleasure. I think we've covered a vast array of topics here.
We have.
We really have.
I think we've got to say, because we're definitely not going to record another one before Christmas Day. Let's record one between Christmas and New Year. But
yeah.
I'll start with you, Benji. If you could give a Christmas message to our wonderful Shut Up and Ride listeners, what would it be?
Don't try and make too much progress with all your life over Christmas. Kick back, enjoy it. The year's over. Attack it next year.
Ooh, very good.
Well, that was really good.
I like that.
Oh, Simon,
message.
That.
I can't really, can I? But
wait, you've got to do it in an accent.
I just want to
give the fans what they really want.
Should I do it in French? No.
Yeah, I really fancy you when you talk French.
Okay, so my message would probably be that is a big thank you very much to everybody for listening to us, and you're all very amazing people, and we have become very close with you, and we think you're very special and very important, and you must remember this.
Ah, that was actually really nice.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Mine would be, please like and share this podcast, because if you want it to keep going.
Jenny's all about the practicality.
I know we need advertisers, people. This is we really do, because I can't I've got either that I've just can't do this much time doing it, because it takes a lot of time. But it'd be great to have advertisers, and then we can do more. So please, if you like us, share the love, people. Share the love. But on a serious note, every message I try and reply to, and I try and get back to, and if I don't, I'm sorry, because genuinely the people following us seem to just, you have come on board with us this year, and I could not want to wish you a more Merry Christmas to our lovely listeners, because honestly, it really, like, the fact that people take the time to pick up the phone and write something nice, or on the laptop, or however they're doing it, and to share our little pod. You don't have to take the time to do it, and people do, and that means a lot when they say such lovely things. And to all those people having a shit time, we hope we have cheered you up, and hope Christmas gets a little bit better.
And it's not just that, like Ben was saying earlier, Christmas is a really tough time for some people. Like you've just said, it's, lots of people have a tough time, but we are here if someone really needs it. Like, anyone can message me on my Instagram, I'll be there, and Jen will be the same. I'm sure Ben will be the same too. Like, if you're struggling at all in any way, shape or form, get in touch with us. Seriously.
Yeah.
We're here.
Or let someone know.
Yeah.
Right, guys.
That was a nice
Merry
way to
Christmas.
End. Right, guys.
Merry Christmas.
All that is left to say is not shut up and ride. Oh, shut up and ride a reindeer.
Woo!
Does that work?
Yeah, shut up and ride a reindeer.
If you could ride any reindeer, which one would it be? I've got to go comment.
Rudolph.
He sounds a bit
His
arrogant.
red nose.
I had a pony called Rudolph, and he was an arsehole.
Right, on that note, Merry Christmas and shut up and ride.
Shut up and ride, people. Shut up and ride. Merry Christmas, everybody.